Hey, welcome. Today we're going to talk about something really important, understanding what a stroke is, what it means for people, and, crucially, that incredible path to recovery. So let's get right into it.
Right off the bat, this is probably the most important thing to get our heads around. Every single stroke is different. And because of that, your recovery, well, it's going to be completely unique to you. So think of this as a guide, something to support you no matter where you are on that journey. All right, so let's start with the absolute basics. What is actually happening inside the brain when someone has a stroke? Okay, so the simplest way to think about it, it's a brain attack. Yeah, just like a heart attack hits the heart, a stroke is all about the brain. Basically, the blood supply gets cut off, and when that happens, brain cells are starved of oxygen, and they start to get damaged. And the effects, well, they totally depend on which part of the brain is hit and, just how bad the damage is. So what's interesting is that you basically got two main types of stroke. The one you hear about most often is called an ischemic stroke. Just think of it as a clot. A blood vessel in the brain gets blocked up and boom, no blood can get past. Then you've got the other kind, a hemorrhagic stroke. You can think of this one as a bleed. This is when a blood vessel actually bursts in or around the brain. So see, they both mess with the blood flow, but they're caused by two totally different things. And the impact of a stroke, wow, it can be huge. It's not just physical. It can affect your body, your mind, and your emotions. The whole shebang, really. Okay, let's first talk about the stuff you can't always see on the outside. These are often called the hidden effects, and honestly, they can be the toughest to deal with. We're talking about this deep, deep fatigue that isn't just about being tired. Sleep doesn't touch it. Or maybe sudden feelings of anxiety, or just feeling really low. You might even see changes in behavior, like becoming more irritable. There's also something called emotionalism, which is, where you might find yourself crying or laughing at times that don't quite fit. It can be super confusing, not just for the person going through it, but for their family too. And then, of course, there are the physical effects. A stroke can impact the body in a ton of ways. You might see weakness or even paralysis, and it's usually on just one side of the body. Things like balance and walking can become really tricky, and even coordinating your arm and hand movements can be a struggle. Swallowing, something we don't even think about, can suddenly become hard, and vision problems are common too, anything from blurred vision to being really sensitive to light. Now, here's one of the big ones that's often really misunderstood: aphasia. It's so important to understand that this is a language and communication disorder. It has nothing to do with intelligence. It's what happens when the parts of the brain that handle language get damaged. So suddenly speaking, understanding what people are saying, reading, writing, all of it can become incredibly difficult. And this quote, this just says it all, doesn't it? It's so powerful. Having aphasia does not mean that you're less intelligent. You simply have a problem using language.